Why do so many people feel like they have no control over their own mind? Why do they keep falling into the same cycle, making the same mistakes and feeling trapped? It's because they let their lustful desires control them instead of taking control themselves. Welcome to Success Warriors. This is where you learn to master your mind, build discipline, and become the strongest version of yourself. Today we're talking about something that steals your energy, your focus, and your future. Lust. If you don't control it, it will control you. It weakens your willpower, wastes your time, and pulls you away from your real purpose. But here's the truth. You don't have to be a slave to your desires. You can take back control, sharpen your focus, and build unshakable discipline. In this video, we're breaking it down into 6 powerful steps that will help you stay strong, avoid distractions, and become unstoppable. So if you're ready to level up, hit that like button, share this with someone who needs it, and don't forget to subscribe for more life-changing content. Let's get started. All right, listen up. If there's one thing that separates the strong from the weak, the winners from the lost, it's this: control over the mind. That's where everything starts. Every battle, every struggle, every success, it's all in the mind. If you don't take control, your mind will run wild. It'll chase every little desire, every little temptation, every little distraction, and guess what? That's how people waste their potential. See, the mind is powerful, but it's also tricky. It will push you toward what feels good right now instead of what's actually good for you. It will whisper, just one time won't hurt, or it's natural, don't fight it. That's the trap. That's the lie. Because the moment you start letting your mind control you instead of the other way around, you're already losing. But here's the truth. You have the power to rewire your brain. You have the power to train your mind, to program it for greatness instead of weakness. How? By what you feed it, by what you allow into it, by what you focus on every single day. See, where focus goes, energy flows. If you're always feeding your mind with distractions, with cheap pleasure, with things that weaken you, then guess what? That's exactly what your life will reflect. You want to be unstoppable? You want to be in control? Then you got to start winning in your head first. That means being aware of your thoughts. Catch yourself when your mind starts slipping into distraction. Cut it off. Redirect it. Shift your focus. Train yourself to recognize when temptation is creeping in and shut it down before it takes over. And here's something real important. Your mind listens to what you tell it. If you keep telling yourself, I can't control it, or it's too hard, then yeah, you're gonna stay stuck. But the moment you switch that mindset, the moment you start saying, I run my mind doesn't run me, everything changes. It's about identity. Who do you want to be? Someone who's controlled by every little urge, or someone who walks with power, with purpose, with discipline? This ain't about ignoring your human nature. It's about mastering it. About deciding that your goals, your future, your purpose are worth more than a few seconds of feeling good. And make no mistake, this is war. A war between your higher self and your weaker self. And every time you say no to the distraction, every time you take back control, you're winning that war. So right here, right now, make the decision. No more letting your mind wander. No more being a slave to your own thoughts. Lock in, take charge. Build a mindset so strong that nothing can shake it. Because once you master your mind, everything else falls into place. Listen up. Discipline is the key. It's the difference between those who win and those who stay stuck. It's what separates the weak from the strong. The ones who rise, the ones who build something great, the ones who control their lives, they all have one thing in common. They don't let their feelings control them. They don't wait until they feel like doing the right thing. They just do it every single day. And that's the real secret. You can't rely on motivation. Motivation comes and goes. One day you feel unstoppable. The next day, you don't even want to get out of bed. If you only move when you feel like it, you'll never get anywhere. That's why discipline matters. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's hard, even when every part of you wants to quit. That's when it counts the most. See, discipline isn't something you're born with. It's built, it's trained, it's a muscle. And like any muscle, the more you use it, the stronger it gets. The first few times, it's tough. You'll want to give up. You'll hear that voice in your head saying, just take a break, just do it later. But that's the test. That's the moment where winners are made. Because if you can push past that voice, if you can train yourself to take action no matter how you feel, then nothing can stop you. And let's be real, there are always two choices. One leads to power, the other leads to weakness. Every time you give in, every time you let your desires take over, you're making yourself weaker. But every time you stand strong, every time you say no to distractions and yes to control, you're building something unshakable inside you. You're creating a version of yourself that cannot be broken. So how do you build discipline? You practice it. You start with the small things. You train yourself to follow through. You stop making excuses. You stop waiting for the right moment. You just do it. And you do it again and again until it becomes who you are. Because that's the goal, not just to act disciplined, but to be disciplined, to make it part of your identity. And here's the truth. The ones who control their actions control their lives. The ones who master discipline are the ones who get ahead, the ones who stay strong, the ones who don't break when life gets hard, because life will test you. Temptation will come. Weakness will try to creep in. But if you've trained yourself to stay in control, nothing can shake you. This is about taking full ownership of your life. No more waiting. No more slipping. No more giving in to the easy path. Discipline is your weapon. Use it, build it, live by it, and watch how unstoppable you become. Listen up. If you want to control your mind, control your actions, control your life, then you got to stop putting yourself in the wrong places. You can't expect to win if you keep walking straight into traps. You can't expect to stay strong if you keep surrounding yourself with things that make you weak. This is real talk. You can't fight temptation if you keep feeding it. If you keep going back to the same places, looking at the same things, hanging around the same distractions, then don't be surprised when you keep falling. That's not bad luck, that's bad choices. And the truth is, you always have a choice. You can choose what you watch, what you listen to, what you surround yourself with. And if you're serious, now let's be real, your environment matters. Your surroundings shape you. What you let into your mind will control your thoughts. What you let into your life will control your actions. You can't expect to grow if you're constantly surrounded by things that pull you backward. And here's the thing, your mind is always watching, always learning. Even when you think it doesn't affect you, it does. That's why you got to be smart. That's why you got to protect your space. It's simple. If you don't want to be weak, stop surrounding yourself with weakness. If you don't want to be distracted, stop putting distractions in front of you. If you don't want to struggle with self-control, stop feeding the things that make you lose it. Because every time you let those things in, every time you give them space, you make them stronger. And the stronger they get, the harder they are to fight. So what's the solution? Cut it off. Remove the distractions. Walk away from the things that test your discipline. Stop letting the wrong energy into your life. You don't need to fight battles that you can avoid. You don't need to prove how strong you are by putting yourself in weak situations. Real strength is knowing when to walk away. Real power is knowing when to say, I'm done with this. And look, this isn't about being perfect. This isn't about never feeling temptation. This is about making it easier for yourself to win. The less time you spend in the wrong places, the more time you have to focus on the right ones. The less energy you waste fighting distractions, the more energy you have to build something real. So stop playing with fire. Stop making life harder than it needs to be. Control your surroundings and you control your future. Protect your space, protect your mind, protect your energy, because once you do that, once you remove the things that hold you back, you become unstoppable. All right, listen up. If you want to take control of your life, you have to take control of your habits, because here's the truth. Your habits shape your future. What you do every single day, the choices you make, the things you focus on, that's what builds you. That's what decides whether you stay weak or become strong. See, a lot of people struggle because they keep feeding the wrong habits. They waste time, they chase distractions, they keep doing things that make them weaker, and then they wonder why they can't break free. But the truth is simple. If you want to change your life, you have to change what you do every day. You can't expect to stay disciplined if you're surrounded by habits that drain your energy, kill your focus, and keep you stuck. You have to break the cycle. You have to replace the weak habits with strong ones. And that's not easy. It takes effort, it takes awareness, it takes discipline. But once you commit to the process, everything changes. See, when you fill your time with productive habits, there's no room left for distractions. When you focus on growth, on learning, on getting better, you stop craving the things that slow you down. Your mind starts to shift. Your energy starts to rise. You start feeling stronger, more in control, more powerful. And that's what this is about, taking your power back. No more wasting time. No more letting bad habits control you. No more doing things that push you further from your goals. It's time to step up. It's time to build habits that make you sharper, habits that make you stronger, habits that push you towards success instead of pulling you away from it. So what's the move? Be intentional. Stop letting your days run on autopilot. Stop letting distractions steal your focus. Start filling your time with things that matter. Work on your mind, work on your body, work on your purpose, because the stronger your habits, the stronger you become. And here's the thing, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Every time you choose the right habit over the wrong one, you win. Every time you stay disciplined, when it's easier to give in, you win. And the more you win, the more unstoppable you become. Because once you take control of your habits, once you make discipline your way of life, nothing can shake you. Listen up. The people you surround yourself with will make or break you. That's the truth. You can have all the ambition, all the discipline, all the drive in the world, but if you're surrounded by weak, lazy, negative people, they will pull you down every single time. Energy is contagious. Mindsets are contagious. And if you're not careful, you'll start thinking, acting, and living just like the people around you. So ask yourself, who's in your circle? Are they pushing you forward or holding you back? Are they making you stronger or keeping you weak? Are they pushing you toward discipline, success, and greatness? Or are they leading you into distractions and bad habits? Because if you're serious about changing your life, you need to be serious about who you let into your life. See, strong people surround themselves with winners. They surround themselves with people who challenge them, who inspire them, who make them better, because they understand something important. Your environment shapes you. You can't stay disciplined if you're surrounded by people who don't care about discipline. You can't stay focused if you're always around people who love distractions. And you definitely can't build a strong mindset if you're constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, and weakness. And here's the truth. You don't owe anybody your time. You don't have to stay around people just because you've known them for years. You don't have to keep toxic friendships just because it's comfortable. Growth requires change. And sometimes that means letting go of people who no longer fit the life you're building. That's not selfish, that's necessary. Because every moment you spend around the wrong people is time stolen from your future, your goals, your success. So what's the move? Start being intentional with your circle. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, people who push you, people who make you want to be better. Find those who have discipline, who have focus, who have the same hunger for success as you. Because when you're around winners, you start thinking like a winner. When you're around disciplined people, you start living with discipline, and that's how you grow. That's how you build yourself into something unstoppable. And don't wait for the right people to just show up. Go find them. Put yourself in the right places. Learn from the right voices. Be around those who are living the life you want to live. And most importantly, become the kind of person that strong people want to be around. Because at the end of the day, Your circle isn't just about who they are. The better you become, the better people you attract. This is about building a life of strength, focus, and purpose. No more wasting time with weak energy. No more keeping people around who drain you. Surround yourself with greatness, and greatness will become your reality. Listen up. Lust is short-term, purpose is forever. That's the difference, that's the choice. And every single day you have to decide which one you're going to chase. Because here's the truth, lust will trick you. It will pull you in. It will make you think it's what you need. It will make you believe that it's harmless, that it's natural, that it doesn't matter. But deep down, you already know the truth. It's a trap. It's a distraction. It's something that keeps you weak when you should be getting stronger. See, every time you give in, every time you let your urges control you, you're not just wasting time, you're losing power. You're losing focus. You're making yourself smaller, weaker, less in control. And that's not who you are. That's not the life you were meant to live. You were built for something bigger. You were built to create, to grow, to succeed. But none of that happens when you're constantly letting short-term pleasure pull you away from long-term purpose. And make no mistake, this is war. A war between the part of you that wants to be great and the part of you that just wants to feel good for a moment. And every time you say no to lust, every time you take back control, you're winning that war. You're proving to yourself that you run your life, not your impulses. You're proving that you have the discipline, the focus, the drive to control your own destiny. So how do you stay locked in? You remember your purpose. You remind yourself why you're here. You remind yourself what you're building, what you're working for, what kind of person you want to be. Because when you have a strong enough why, the distractions don't even tempt you anymore. When you're locked in on a mission, you don't have time for weakness. You don't have time for things that steal your energy, your confidence, your power. This is about owning your life, about stepping into the strongest version of yourself, about making decisions based on your future, not your feelings. Because feelings come and go, but the choices you make today, they shape your future forever. And every time you choose discipline over distraction, you're building something unstoppable inside of you. And let's be real. You already know what you need to do. You don't need another warning. You don't need another reminder. You need action. You need to commit. You need to make the decision right now that you're done letting lust control you, that you're done wasting time, that you're done playing small. This is your life, your future, your power. Own it, protect it, stay focused, because once you master yourself, once you lock in on your purpose, nothing can stop you. All right, let's bring it all together. If you want to control your lust, you have to control your mind. It starts with discipline. It starts with making the right choices every single day. Stop feeding distractions. Stop putting yourself in weak situations. Build strong habits. Surround yourself with the right people. And most importantly, lock in on your purpose. Because when you're chasing greatness, there's no time for weakness. This is your life, your future, your power. Take control of it. Every time you choose discipline over desire, you get stronger. Every time you say no to distractions, you step closer to success. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being better, about taking charge, about becoming the strongest version of yourself. Now, if this message hit you, if you're ready to step up and take control, hit that like button, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful content. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and go build the life you deserve.